in this corner. So, a survival journey. I think there's a little bit of, like, cross your caravan across the desert type narrative to this one. I can't remember exactly. It looked interesting from the visual style alone, so that's why I picked it out. But I don't know what to expect. Day 13. Almost 2 weeks ago, the third squad left the Citadel in search of the legendary Dome of Domes. The squad members, Petra the captain, Sin the warrior, Kali the diplomat, and Nadir the scout, have been picking their way cautiously through the deadly, unbreathable ash-filled outside air. So were you asking me a question there, Sienna, or making a statement? The question mark and the exclamation point differ. The squad is the last hope of survival for 200,000 souls of the Citadel. Having crossed the deep desert canyon of the north, they have finally arrived at the view of Ash Plains Beacon, a crucial milestone in their search for the legendary refuge. Loading. Loading. Still loading. Okay, right. Point and click? WASD? Oh no, we just don't have a control yet. Okay. Right. Controller? I've got a mouse cursor on here, so... Oh, there we go. Welcome to Ashwalkers. You can move around the game with the left click. There we go. Yeah. I thought it was going to be a point and clicky type thing. Should do some elevator music for the load screen. You need to help your squad survive bad weather, hostile forces, and the passage of time. Find a resource to gather before carrying on. Well, I mean, something's glowing over there. If you let me... Oh, there you go. Left click to open resources. You can gather resources in exchange for energy. Petra is exhausted. Change squad members with right click. Click to gather. Okay, right. Key 14 outpost. One of the furthest refuges from the Citadel, used by pathfinders to glean meteorological and cartographical data. One of the beacons containing data on the Dome of Domes should be located here. Oh, there's something twinkling over there. Savage painting. This painting was produced no more than a few weeks ago. The symbols of brutality and barbarity are depicted with respect. Could this be a warning of dangers to come, or a macabre fascination with the wolf? I presume it's like daubed on with blood then, because it doesn't seem particularly horrific. Okay, is there anything over here? Right, I guess we're just going around this building. Can I, like, rotate camera? No, it seems to be fixed camera position. Yeah, it's... Several days after leaving the Citadel, the squad explores an abandoned outpost. The Pathfinder's information was correct. One of the beacons that we will guide them to the Dome of Domes is indeed right here. No, I think the entire game has this look. Clicking this to continue? I presume this is the beacon in question. As Kali starts hacking the beacon's data, Sin keeps a vigilant watch on the outpost exits, scanning for any potential threats. Meanwhile, Nadir begins preparing the trail the squad will take through the ashes as Petra uses the radio to contact the operator. The speaker of the rudimentary radio crackles and hisses before the reassuring voice of the operator is heard. Congratulations on behalf of the authority. You've reached the first beacon. Now you must decide on your strategy to reach the second beacon. Keep moving, plan ahead, and act fast. Every obstacle in our path will be destroyed. We seek to understand the world and prepare ourselves to meet it. I shall be invisible, therefore invincible. Okay, so intelligence, strength, cooperation, and stealth? Let's go with a cooperation approach. The squad members favor diplomacy and confidence. With the optimism and belief in his voice, the operator agrees with the plan. At the next wave, the Citadel will collapse. Our hopes lie with you, scouts. Be cunning, be triumphant. The radio signal goes dead, and the squad resumes their determined march. Now we're properly into stealth, into survival elements. Look at this. We have health bars and everything. You should set up camp before continuing your expedition. I'm getting a little bit of maybe a Banner Saga vibe to it, possibly. Other stuff where we have to camp. I mean, I guess Dead in Vinland had that thing. The stronger your campfire is, the more efficient your camp activities and resource consumption will be. Add 2 combustibles to the fire to continue. Well, luckily, we picked some up, didn't we? You need to keep your squad members' levels of satiety, warmth, and energy at the highest possible, using the meager resources available. If a character runs out of one of these values, they will begin to lose health points. Give Callie a ration to continue. So, why specifically her? Petra has no energy, surely... okay, so that's because of the knife and fork. So energy we get back... How? Okay, fully fed. Give Sin some medication to continue. I guess the health bar then indicates that? Okay. Okay, so the health bar is what we need medicine for. Yeah, it's got a little bit of Banner Saga vibe. Other camp tasks are available. Scheduling section. Consult the schedule. Your energy to gather resources and walk on. Grant Petra a rest to continue. Also, one other thing it's reminding me of, specifically visual style. Like, I mean, this is completely washed out, desaturated, but this War of Mine. There was hunting and gathering elements, and then there was the camping elements where you're basically in the house. And then the energy that this is like people you recruit to stay in the house. Some have to build stuff whilst one goes out to scavenge and things like that. There's a little bit of that element. Grant them a rest. Squad members' level of hope improves or reduces the efficiency of their tasks, their consumption, and some event choices. Set Callie and Nadir to have a conversation. Talking definitely has a Dead in Vinland vibe. So, talk. Okay, we sign. Okay. This requires 5 energy to talk. Squad members can also stand guard to protect the rest of the squad from danger, or explore to try and find resources. Assign Sin to one of these 2 tasks. Sure. Will guard. Each squad member has skills which increase or decrease how effective camp tasks are. You'll need to find out what these skills are on your own. Confirm your assignments and continue. So, why haven't you retired, Nadir? I should have retired, little sage. Unfortunately, I'm not here for entertainment. But you're a hero back at the dome, right? Just say that the authorities' upper echelons didn't exactly make me feel welcome. The silence. It's impossible to make oneself heard above the cacophony of the weather. The squad members decide to save their energy and remain silent. Time spent carrying out camp tasks diminishes the charges of your campfire retains, decreases the danger of negative future events, and uses up time. You now know the basics of squad survival. You'll have to find out the rest for yourself. Good luck. May the squad save the Citadel from destruction. Pack up the camp and continue. Law saying to say hi. She'll try and stop by soon, but she's flat out exhausted today. About to go get some food. Fair enough. It's good to hear that she's alright, though. Well, apart from being exhausted. Right, I guess we should try to find some first aid supplies. Just in case, right? Okay, I think we're going all the way over there, because I don't think there is anything over here. Yeah, I guess we're just heading out into the dust. Well, I guess this is the eponymous Ash Wastes, then. Also, how well is this resolving on stream? I mean, it's just grey on grey. I would imagine this is probably... Unless you've got, like, high resolution. This is probably not great visually to stream. Kind of similar issues. Actually looks pretty good. Okay. I suppose, like, it looks arty, yeah. I was wondering whether it's going to have, like, similar issues that Return of the Obra Dinn had, but I think the dithering effect is what... Oh, here we go. Fight! Through the mist, the squad members spy the silhouette of a wolf. A scrawny beast bares its fangs, growls and moves to attack. Frighten, run away, attack head-on, light a fire and scare it off. No, conserve supplies. If we attack, we're going to take injuries. Run away. It's a wolf. It'll track us. Let's try and shout. I mean, I want to fight. I want to see what a fight... No, true. This is a demo. We'll find out what a fight, if there is actually combat mechanics in this. No, instantly dead. But... The squad pounces on the wild animal. Despite its weak and starving state, the wolf puts up a honorable fight, gnawing Sin on the leg before dying. The members of the squad dissect the carcass for rations. Sin's injured, 12 damage, but we get 2 food out of it. Right, so Sin's taken damage. We've got a little bit of energy back for Petra. Okay. Yep, we'll take the firewood. We should really switch to somebody else with a bit more health. Oh, energy, sorry. Can I... no. Switch to... Yes, you have more energy. Right, Callie's leading the patrol now. Right, is there anything, like, to one of these sides? Guess not. There's somebody at a campfire over there. Okay. Sure, we'll take some food. And then switch. Is that an deer? Looks like it. Yep. Okay, who's at the camp here? So story events are basically... It's described in text, but there's good and bad outcomes, possibly. Squad members notice a campfire in the distance. There, a hooded figure can be seen warming his hands. Let's approach in peace. Perform surprise attack! No, let's approach in peace, because we need medical supplies. Trade food for medical supplies. Squad members approach, hands raised in the air. From beneath his hood, a young savage greets them with a smile. Callie enters into a conversation with him, and the savage invites them to sit and eat with him. Rest with a watch rotation. Sit and eat. Squad decides to share a meal with the stranger. The respite takes place without incident. Callie spends most of the time chatting with the savage. From his conversation, Callie learns of a group of savages to the north called the Hound, who believes the values of honor and warriorship. Where's the option to sashay along with Shaft theme music playing on a boombox? I feel like they're probably going to have to scavenge for the batteries for the boombox. That's probably why. Right, okay, so there's no supplies or anything. The squad leaves a few hours later after a warm farewell. Right, we sated our hunger. And we're well rested as well. So we have full energy. And warmed up. I didn't realise temperature was also a thing. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we're fully up apart from the damage Sintok. Okay. We know we need first aid. I don't think I can... It's going to be a story event. This is the Banner Saga element to it. We're going to have random events which are going to relate to us potentially getting supplies. Right. Is it a fork in the road? It's a fork in the road. Two paths open up before the squad. To the west lies a territory inhabited by wild animals, if the tracks in the ash are to be believed. The east sprawls a cold, rugged, winding valley. We've taken damage, so we've warmed up. I feel like we take the cold road. The squad decides to enter the winding valley. Nadir assures the rest of the squad that the path is safer because it will be easier to hide from any threats. But can we still go that way even though we decided to? Forget it. Let's just go the way we clicked on. So is that a thing we can pick up? It is. Traces of pursuit. Animal tracks can be seen in the ash. A large pack of wolves pursuing their prey eastward. How are we for supplies? Am I pressing and holding? I'm trying to open the backpack. Why won't it let me open the backpack? Don't know. Fine, well let's just take the food. Oh, there we go. Sure, take them both. Ooh, first aid supplies. Perfect. We need those. I see the glints over there. Sure, let's just head towards the thing that's twinkling, luring us in. The hunt. The squad crosses a plain broken by protruding razor-sharp rocks. Suddenly anxious, Sin motions for to the rest of the squad to stop for a moment. Nadir peers around and assures Sin that there is no danger on the horizon. Use intelligence. Squad trudges onwards. After only a few minutes, they realize the pack of wolves have been trailing them. Sin only sees one solution. He will stay behind to fight and giving the rest of the squad time to escape. Refuse to let Sin sacrifice himself and fight by his side. Let Sin sacrifice himself for the good of the squad. No, let's see what happens with a group fight. The squad decides to stand together and fight by Sin's side. The combat is intense and desperate. The squad members are harried by wolves and... okay... reasonable amount of damage. Ooh, down to 3. Members are harried by the wolves incessant attacks with tooth and claw. They organize their defenses and eventually manage to repel the attacks, but at what cost? But we got a lot of food. Maybe we'll be able to trade food. Is that indicating our backpack is full? I wonder, can we just camp here? Can we get extra food? Is it possible? No, we're overstuffed. Okay, we need to switch to Nadir. Maybe not all the food? Firewood seems like a good idea. Oh, excuse me. I guess I still have to take that. The prey that did not escape its predators. The skeleton carcass of a poor herbivore has been picked clean and discarded on the sharp rocks of the plain. Yeah, I figured we'd need some firewood. Okay, are we camping? Let's see, can we set up camp? Yeah. Okay, right, well we need fire. Medicine goes to Nadir because they're banged up. And... screw it. Sin has lost the most health. Everyone's a little hungry, so we'll share out the food. Alright, nobody's carrying excess. You're down. Petra's down the most energy, so I guess Petra sleeps. We'll put you on guard duty again. Or maybe not. It requires heat and energy. I guess Callie will do it then. Actually, how much is that? Takes food. Actually, no, because if we can find some medicine, that would be worth it. But we don't have many supplies. Screw it, let's do that. I worry about you, little sage. This old pathfinder has seen things he'd rather never to have seen. You don't deserve such suffering. I'm a big girl, you know, I know how dangerous this mission is. But I swore on my parents' graves that I'd make it. So much courage in one so young. You give me hope for the future generations. It's impossible to make oneself heard above the cacophony of the weather. The squad members decide to save their energy and remain silent. Right. Because we used up 2 fire, we can do more stuff. Okay. Petra has a lot of energy now. that's all covered. So how about we go 1 explore with you. That will do take damage. Ooh. In which case, no. We'll just break camp. And Petra's leading the charge? No, Sin is. Critically short on first aid supplies. What a... Yeah, well, that's a given. We did keep running into wolves. It's the wolf pack. Fire? Campfire? You don't have a lot of energy. No, we're going to have to switch to Petra. We have a lot of food. We'll take the firewood. Oh, I guess I can't carry any more. Let's go with Nadir. What's the book twinkling over here? Chart journal. The writings of a man on the run from the pack of wolves. He did not live to write a different end to the tale, but the journals miraculously survive the acidity of the air. Kind of want to find some savages to trade food for medicine with. Because Sin's going to need a lie down. Now, I guess we can basically camp whenever we want to, can't we? Right, before we go in there, you know what? We're going to camp. Because we have plenty of firewood. Screw it. Let's use extra. We have plenty of food, so we can do that. And let's schedule naps for both you and you. Are we guarding? This just takes a little bit of heat. Screw it, let's do that. Nobody's guarding, but we'll be patched up, hopefully. Also, gamepad's running away. It's time to report back to the operator now. No problem, Petra. My journal is ready. Very good. Operator, do you read me? This is the 3rd squad reporting in. Loud and clear, Captain Caldred. Any news? Do we have any news? Also, I have no idea what's going on with his penis right now. It's just vibrating in the wind. Thick clouds. Trail of pyroclastic clouds glows on the horizon. The squad members watch in terrifying sight from afar. Right. Both these two are energized. Do we want to maybe throw some more fire on here and rest up overnight? I kind of do. I want to pass the time a little more. Because it's late afternoon. You know what? Is average danger. Are we moving on or are we guarding? Let's do Sin guarding alongside Deer. it's danger of average. We're knocking 6% off it. And if we get these two energized... The figure. The squad members believe that disturbing figure that can be seen in the distance is a savage. The figure stands motionless for a while before running away. Right, let's break camp. It's afternoon? Okay. Right, at least everyone has a reasonable amount of energy. We just need to find some medicine, and then we can patch ourselves up. We're critically short on first aid supplies. You keep saying that! I'm sure this creepy house will be full of supplies. Probably also an encounter. Because, you know, it's only supposed to be a demo, so I'm presuming we're probably closing in on the end. The mansion. As the squad enters a surprisingly well-conserved ruin, Petra steps on a cable. It's a rudimentary trap which, with a muffled click, locks the front door. Okay. Squads are locked inside the mansion. The sound of hurried footsteps can be heard in an adjacent room. Okay, that's just a hand. We're not actually able to interact with anything. Okay then, right. I see shadows. Savages. The Hound. In the center of the dusty room are at least 24 figures dressed in wolf pelts, observing the squad with spears and bows at the ready. It's difficult to determine the exact level of their hostility. Direct confrontation is risky. The wolf-headed savages will wait the squad's reaction. Let's go with negotiation. Because they're outnumbering us. The squad decides to play for time. The savages calm down a little. One tall warrior orders the others to lower their weapons. Then he speaks. You stand on the territory of the Hound. If you can prove the valor of your clan in one-to-one, hand-to-hand combat, you are welcome. Sure. It's gonna be Sin. He's our warrior? The squad accepts the challenge. The tall warrior nods, satisfied. I will be your adversary. Who will be mine? This is not a duel to the death. The chosen squad member must display strategy or brute force. Audacious captain, brutal warrior, agile diplomat, subtle scout. The obvious answer would be the warrior, but I feel like the captain. Oh, captain, my captain. Petra steps forward, determined. The savage takes position, ready to fight. Petra circles him, without ever taking a step back and analyzing the situation. We're going to prepare a dodge. The squad member makes ready to dodge the blow. The savage warrior launches forward at his target, but his attack is easily dodged. Counter. Immediately go with the counter attack. Didn't even read the other option. The savage is struck on the head. The warrior withstands the assault well and takes a step back. Combat ends with squad member delivering a decisive blow. An uppercut to the chin knocks the savage, who collapses to the floor, defeated. Savages acknowledge the squad's strength. They salute them with respect and humility. The squad members are welcomed into the refuge, which suddenly takes on a warmer and more welcoming aspect. The savages and the Hound prove to be amicable. The squad members can stop over here before the squad is remotivated. Before, I feel like there's supposed to be a line behind that, because there's a different font. Okay. Resuming their journey. There was something behind there. Okay. Right, well, there's things we can possibly interact with. Might look like there's something in here. Yes. Some extra food. Well, we're already pretty stuffed. I am getting this War of Mine vibes. Obviously laid out in a 3D kind of world. And you take your party out as a group. The Hound. Surprisingly organized group of savages whose mystical beliefs focus on the figure of the wolf. Admittedly, like, the text behind the dirt there was awkward to read. So that's the thing. That's the thing, devs. If you watch this video, maybe do something about that. Can I come further down here? There's streaks of blood going in that direction. Here we go. Can we interact with figures? No. What about down here? Does this go anywhere? No. Can we literally rest here? Now, I will say it is 25 to... Is that just leaving? This might just be leaving. Is that outside? Yeah, okay. The squad is the last hope of the survival of 200,000 souls. Okay, we already read that bit. Day 16. The members of the third squad leave the mansion. The Hound waves them off. Knowing that such friendly encounters are possible, remotivates the squad, but the road ahead of them is still long. This is probably where the demo ends. More diplomacy, a little bit of combat, trust, daring. Your squad tries to stay as neutral as level-headed as possible in the face of danger. Squad is level-headed unit, and squad members do not privilege one another. Okay. Thank you for playing. There you go. Like I said, that was the end of it. I mean, I guess it's been done before, but these kinds of games, you normally see at least one splash of one colour. It's normally red. I mean, we were getting a little bit of that around the edges when we'd taken damage. So there is the faintest hint of colour with stuff. I do like it stylistically. And I really liked this War of Mine. It reminds me of that, Banner Saga, bits and pieces like that. A scout across the terrain. So the survival element is managing a very limited supply of resources. That's interesting. I like that. And that was it. Is that just going to go back to a main menu, or is it killing it completely? No, it goes back. Okay. But we're at 20 to 7. We could maybe squeeze one more in if somebody wants to roll a dice.